Hey YouTube, this is Jack here from Jack Talk. The Republicans did something monumentally stupid in not passing the health bill. There's no two ways about it. They should have passed it. It was a good bill, especially once they stripped all the crap away, like male maternity leave and stuff like that. It was a good, solid bill. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but a good bill. They should have passed it. They didn't. There's too many factions within the Republican Party. They're not lockstep sheep like the Democrats. They do have independent minds and independent motives, and they did not pass it. Trump is right to blame the Democrats because if he had been able to get any of them, just a handful of them, half a dozen of them, he could have gotten the bill passed. But he didn't. Because they're sheep, and that's the way it is. And we just have to learn to, you know, move through Congress without the help of the Democrats, even when it's cleaning up their messes, which is what this was. They didn't let us clean up their own mess. Thanks a lot, assholes. So anyway, moving on. This could end up being a benefit to the Republicans. Long term, watching Obamacare explode or implode or both, it could be good for us. Show the country exactly what the fruits of the Democratic policies are. This is not a welfare state. It doesn't work. Big government is not our friend, etc. So it could be a good thing. I hope so. I hope it shows the world in the country that the democratic philosophy is not going to help us long term. It has not. The liberal philosophies have not helped Europe. They have not helped Canada. Socialism doesn't work. It has not been proven to work in a practical situation. Whatever. So the right wing philosophy is the only way forward, unless there's some outside of the box idea, which I don't see happening. The Republicans are the ones that are going to bail us out if they can get their shit together. Whether they can do that is, of course, up for debate. Paul Ryan needs to step up and lead the damn party. Trump cannot do all the heavy lifting. But this is bad for the Republican Party. It's bad for everybody. Why is it bad for everybody? Because it's bad for Trump. It makes Trump look less good than he would have looked otherwise. It doesn't make him look bad. He worked very hard. The failure is not his, it's Congress's. It is what it is. But it does not help the momentum that he had going. You can see that reflected in the stock market. It had been doing very well until this last week. So the Republicans really did let him down and let everybody down because we're all depending on the good that Trump can do us. Trump can make America great again if we just get out of his way. Now, this is democracy. People have to vote. He can't just say this is the way it is and have it be that way. Sometimes I wish he could. Sadly, the executive fiat is not that powerful, and obviously that could be horribly abused if it had that power. So, God Emperor Trump will have to wait, unfortunately. Stars and stripes, democracy. And that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. But Congress has been mired in corruption for a long time. The Democrats have ruled the roost for the last 8 years, and to our, sorrow. Paul Ryan was right to say that the Republicans have been on the other side of the power structure for the last 8 years, and they will have to learn how to be a governing party, not just an opposition party. I think that they can do it if they get their heads out of their asses and learn to work together, stop being so fractious. Republicans are very good at being fractious, unlike the Democrats. That is a great strength of the Democrats, is that they are very like-minded and lockstep and willing to work in perfect unity, with the exception of a few Bernie bros. The Republicans are all individuals and have their own motives, and it remains to be seen whether they can work together. I think they can. Time will tell, but should serve as a wake-up call to them. They need to get their heads out of their rears and start working for the benefit of America, not for themselves, not for what is going to get them reelected. Term limits would be a beautiful thing. They all need to get fired. We need to have some serious turnover in Congress, not this Washington swamp that we have now. If these people weren't so worried about getting reelected, they wouldn't be such pussies about this stuff. But they are. So, moving forward, I don't expect Trump to ask for term limits. He can't do that. He needs Congress. He needs the Republicans. He can't alienate them by asking for term limits. He can't drain the swamp in that way until he's ready to leave the office, hopefully in 8 years. But barring that, the Republicans are going to have to do it themselves. That is, accomplish certain goals working together for the common good. And I think that we, the people, need to speak out. We need to let them know what we think, what our thoughts are, that we want them to do certain things. Repeal Obamacare, reform the taxes, build the wall, etc. We need to let them know that we are deadly serious about this. And since their careers are all they care about, that their careers are in jeopardy if they do not do these things. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Please share it with your social media and consider donating with the donate button below. Thank you.